Have you ever wondered why your eyes suddenly open in the stillness of the night? When the world around you is silent, when no notifications buzz on your phone, when even the air feels different. Some dismiss it as insomnia, some call it stress, and others shrug it off as coincidence. But let me tell you, nothing in life is coincidental. To wake between 3 and 5 a.m. is not just a biological quirk. It is a spiritual appointment. It is the hour when heaven whispers to earth, when clarity is sharper, when your mind is most open, and when your heart is most sensitive. What you do in those hours will determine whether you drift back into unconsciousness or awaken into destiny. These hours are what some traditions call the watch of the soul. It is a time when the noise of the day is gone, when distractions are asleep, and when you are left with nothing but yourself, your thoughts, and your God. If you ignore it, you miss an opportunity. But if you embrace it, you will unlock wisdom, strength, and direction beyond what the busyness of daytime can give you. So what should you do when you wake between 3 and 5 a.m.? First, you must recognize it as a time for reflection. Do not rush to grab your phone or drown the silence with entertainment. Pause it. Breathe. Acknowledge that you have been awakened for a reason. Ask yourself, what is stirring in me? What is unresolved? What is God trying to tell me? Often, the deepest answers come, not through noise, but through stillness. In those hours, your spirit can hear what your busy mind blocks during the day. Second, it is a time for prayer and meditation. History shows us that great men and women of faith and vision rose early to pray. They understood that before the sun rises, the spirit is most open. When you pray between 3 and 5 a.m., you align yourself with divine rhythm. You release anxieties, receive peace, and gain clarity for decisions. This is when ideas are born, when direction becomes clear, and when burdens are lifted. Some of the greatest revelations you will ever receive will not come at noon when the world is shouting, but in the silence of dawn when God is whispering. Third, it is the time to review your vision. Life is too short to wander aimlessly. Every man and woman has a purpose, an assignment, a destiny written into their soul, but purpose is easily buried under bills, deadlines, noise, and fear. In the early hours, when the world is quiet, pull out your journal, revisit your goals, remind yourself why you are alive. Ask, am I walking in my vision or just in circles? Am I building my destiny or someone else's? What must I focus on today that brings me closer to tomorrow's dream? These hours are for recalibration. Just as a ship adjusts its course at night by the stars, so you must adjust your life by reflection in the silence. Fourth, the hours of 3 to 5 are a time of creativity. Writers, thinkers, inventors, and leaders throughout history often did their best work before dawn. Why? Because creativity flows best when the noise is gone. Your brain waves are different in the early hours. They allow for deeper connection, sharper focus, and new ideas. If you are an artist, write. If you are an entrepreneur, plan. If you are a leader, strategize. What you birth in these hours can shape the rest of your day, and sometimes the rest of your life. Fifth, it is the time for discipline. Most people want success, but few are willing to pay its price. Discipline is the bridge between dreams and reality. And discipline often requires rising when others sleep. Waking at 3 or 4 a.m. is not punishment, it is privilege. It separates the casual from the committed, the talkers from the doers, the dreamers from the achievers. If you can conquer your bed, you can conquer your day. If you can win in the morning, you can win in life. Think about this. The world's most powerful people often start their day before the sun. They understand that the hours of quiet are worth more than hours of rush. They use the silence to think while others scroll, to pray while others sleep, to plan while others waste. This is why they rise above the average. The difference is not talent, but timing. What you do between 3 and 5 a.m. can distinguish you from the crowd. Now, I know some of you are saying, but Dr. Munroe, I am tired. I need sleep. Yes, rest is necessary. But sometimes the reason you wake up is because your soul is restless, not your body. Sleep refreshes the body, but vision awakens the spirit. And when vision calls, you cannot silence it with a pillow. You must respond, because every time you ignore that call, you postpone destiny. Do not waste those hours worrying. Worry is imagination abused. Worry replays problems but never solves them. Instead of wasting the gift of dawn on fear, turn it into fuel. Write down solutions. Declare affirmations. Pray for strength. Map your next step. Refuse to allow fear to dominate the hours designed for faith. Consider also how fear often wakes people at 3 a.m. Anxiety about bills, uncertainty about the future, regret over the past. These creep in during the night. But what if you shifted the narrative? Instead of letting fear own that time, seize it as your moment to fight back. Pray with authority. Write your plan with confidence. Speak life over your situation. If fear wakes you up, answer it with faith. Do not let your darkest hour become your weakest hour. Make it your strongest. The discipline of using those hours well will transform your life. Imagine starting each day having already prayed, planned, reflected, and created before the world wakes. Imagine walking into your day, not rushed, but centered. Imagine facing challenges not in panic, but in peace. That is what happens when you honor the hours of 3 to 5. This is also a time for gratitude. Gratitude resets the mind. When you wake, instead of complaining, start thanking. Thank God for breath, for opportunities, for listen, even for struggles that made you stronger. Gratitude is the seed of joy, and joy is strength. Begin your dawn with thanksgiving, and your day will carry momentum. Let me also speak to those facing burnout. The hours of 3 to 5 are not just for doing, but also for being. Sometimes you wake not to plan, but to pause, to breathe, to hear your own soul. Burnout is often the result of noise drowning your inner voice. In the stillness, your soul can speak. Listen, write what you hear. Allow silence to heal you. This too is wisdom. So when you wake between 3 and 5 a.m., do not curse it. Do not waste it. Do not ignore it. Recognize it as an invitation to alignment. Use it to pray, to reflect, to plan, to create, to discipline, to give thanks, to listen. These hours are not interruptions. They are instructions. They are opportunities disguised as awakenings. History is shaped by those who know how to use time. Destiny is fulfilled by those who know how to seize seasons And life is transformed by those who understand that every moment is a gift. Between 3 and 5 a.m., you are given a gift. Most people throw away. But if you honor it, you will rise above the ordinary. You will step into clarity, into strength, into vision. So I leave you with this truth. When you wake between 3 and 5 a.m., you are not just waking up, you are being called up. Called to rise above fear, above distraction, above laziness, above mediocrity. Called to align with vision, with purpose, with destiny. Called to step into the stillness and hear the whisper that guides your life. Do not waste the call. Answer it. Act on it. And watch how your mornings transform your life. That is why if you wake between 3 and 5 a.m., do these things